Hello, my name is Amina and I'm your decision-making specialist. And today, this is video number 109, July 4th, 2020, day 109. Wherever you are, I hope you're keeping very safe and very healthy. And as you're taking care of yourself, remember, you are also taking care of all of those around you and so many people that you don't even know that may be associating with the other people around you. We never know. We don't know whose life we are helping to save. So everybody, imagine every day, every time you go out there, you have the opportunity to help someone else not get the virus, not go to the hospital, and most of all, not die because of COVID-19. Congratulations! You're automatically a hero just by being you. All right. And today, this week, I have gotten 4 sessions with clients, each one talking about, guess what? Something we all talk about, I do, you too, everybody, and that is relationships. Yeah. Some of them have been relationships with their teams at work, some of them with their staff and employees of their company. Others have been relationships with their kids, with their partner, with their spouse, and some, actually there were 5, there was one more, and her relationship was with herself. Now that's a relationship I think we all have had. Raising my hand, I certainly have. And it's sometimes on a daily basis. We always have to be able to relate to ourselves. What's going on outside, how that's affecting us inside, how we're responding from our outside. And it's the same if we put those concentric circles and we talk about our family, we talk about our friends, we talk about our professional lives. Every area of our life has to do, have you ever noticed, with relationships? Relationships with your health, with your eating, with your exercise, with your finances, with your thoughts, your emotions, your spirit. With every aspect of our lives, it is defined by 2 elements: our relationships and our decisions about those relationships. And I'm going to tell you and offer 2 more considerations about relationships. This is about your one-to-one. We'll just start there today. And that is you and one other person. Now, so many times, people just find somebody or notice somebody or somebody smiles. We meet people in all different ways, sometimes online, sometimes just walking to the grocery store. Since we're not out quite as much these days, or most of us, we're not actually meeting face-to-face as much. However, that will not be forever. So I'm going to say that you can start preparing right now for the very best opportunity with the very best outcome for you and another person. And this is something, oh my gosh, Amina, don't make me do that. I don't want to do it. It takes time. I blah, blah, blah. I know. I raise my hand to all the blah, blah, blah. However, I'm persistent. So I'm going to still give you my offer. And that is very simple. You can use your computer, you can use your phone, you can use old school piece of paper and a notebook and a pencil, crayons. I don't give a fig how you do it. I do care that you follow through on this. Really important, and not very many people do it. Are you ready? That is that you have a document, piece of paper, whatever, and you have 2 columns on it. The first column is everything I want in a person and a relationship. Write it down, and those are the things that you want. On the other side, I'd like you to put everything I must have in a relationship. So the other is your want. The second one is what you need in order for you to be happy and have a relationship. So this one will probably be smaller. These are the ones that if this person does not have these values, these principles, these characteristics, and the relationship doesn't feel this way, I don't think I would be happy. Then put those down. This is not being selfish. This is self-care for you and the other person. It helps you pre-sort relationships. That does not mean you don't have feelings on how you want to feel. You have that. How you must feel, you have that. And I'll tell you a little secret. On my list, I always begin with A. No, it doesn't start because of Amina. It starts with the word adore. Yeah. I think you and I and everyone deserve to be with somebody who adores us and we adore them. That doesn't mean we're blind to the faults or blind to anything. It just means we feel treasured. We feel significant. We feel chosen. We feel that we are the only one. Never mind that there are millions of people out there. We want to feel as if we are the one. I'm not talking about soulmates or mind melding or anything like that. Just that we're so deeply cared about. We know we matter. We feel connected. We can predict that that person, if and when, which we will, get into some kind of an argument or a miscommunication, that we will work it out together. So that's what I mean by adore. You can use another word if you want. I just like that word. And so that is the first part of it. And then there's a part 2, if you're ready, and I hope you are, that is that you make 2 more columns. One is what I absolutely do not want in the person, in their values, in their principles, in how I feel in our relationship. And then you guessed it, the second column is deal breakers. Those, if this happens, if this is part of it, if I find out their values and their principles and their character and so forth are any of these, it's done. Does not matter about my feelings and my thoughts. Just this is, I can't do this. And so now you have the must-have. You have your needs. You have your wants. You have what you don't want, and you have what must not happen. So you've got 4 columns. Now I would like you to be as deeply detailed as you can. And remember that we're talking about our ideal, our preferred, our desired person. That does not mean that they will have every one of those characteristics, although wouldn't that be wonderful? It just means that we have a list that we can look at. We still have our emotions. We still see if there's a chemical connection. And we still pay attention to them being a whole person. We're just figuring out, do they have as many of our wants and our needs without so many of the things we don't want and without what we absolutely will not live with. So it's not cold, it's not calculated, it's simply an algorithm, a system, a map to help you when you decide to go further in a relationship. So that is what you already have before you meet anyone and say hello. So you've got it. I am guessing that if you buy a pair of shoes, or if you buy a new car, or you buy a computer, or you buy golf clubs, or you buy chef knives, or art supplies, or a microphone for your music recording. Whatever, I am guessing that you have a list of what you want and you think, no, I don't want that. Well, I could learn about that. It's not on my list, and I could learn that. It might be okay, and you do a review. And then absolutely will not have this, and this in a car, in your chef knives, in your art supplies, in your tools for whatever. So that is what I'm offering today. And give it a whirl. You can always replay it when you're ready. And that is the beginning of the best relationship you could ever have. Trust me, I know that this will work. I know. I have 2 clients, which I may have talked about in earlier videos, who are happily married. One met the person in face-to-face and the other online. They are so happy. Been married for years. They had a list. They followed that list. And they wound up so deeply in love and so committed and so happy with each other that even if they quarrel, which they will, they're human, and they did, they absolutely have told each other, when we fight, I'm fighting to stay with you, I'm fighting to stay with you, And that is how they have worked through everything until their lives now are so much smoother than in the beginning. So it is possible, and it all begins with you taking more than an eyelash of a moment to figure out exactly what you want, what you must have, what you don't want, and what you absolutely will not live with. There you go. Tuck that in your toolbox after you make your 2 lists. All right. Another thing I would like you to do, if you're willing, and it does not require a list, is push that subscribe button and leave a comment. Let me know how your list is going. And maybe you have your perfect person right now. And how did that happen? Did you kind of have a list? Did you not have a list? Share. All right. Thanks. And most of all, keep safe and come back tomorrow, because I will be here with part 2. And that's a surprise. All right. Thanks. Bye for now.